So the first is the information age.
So, information age, or it is the innovation of technology over time. So, it calls information age because which people can access uh, easily. So, the importance of the information age is that um, it brings to us the new and changes of the way we communicate people or to the society. And the main purpose of the information age is that we can access and get the information easily.
So the next is the current issues in social media.
So let's move on to my next topic, which is the current issues in social media. So you may know or already have known the current issues pertaining social media. So when we say social media, it is sharing ideas or information such as texting and visual. So we all know what is the current issues in social media. Um, so my main topic of this is that current issues in social media. So one of my example of this is the image-based abuse, bullying.
So the next is the climate change.
So let's move on to my next topic, which is the climate change and energy crisis. So climate change. When we say climate change, it is the significance of average weather condition becoming or the changes of weather, either it is cloudy, raining, or snow.
And the next is the driving forces of climate change.
Driving forces of climate change. So, when we say driving forces of climate change, it is the increasingly influencing the change in the Earth temperatures, so this enormous amount of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere. And one of this example is that burning fossil.
So my next topic is all about the social media.
So, social media is a collective term of website and application that focus on communication and collaboration. So, when you say social media is the media that people or all the people use to stay in touch and interact with friends, family, and etc. Also, social media is already commonly used by the people to communicate uh, or interact to the society easily.
So next is the rise of social media.
So when you say social media, it is the upgraded or the improvement of social media from the percentage who use social media from low to high increase that use social media.
The next is the biodiversity and the healthy society.
So let's move on to my next topic, which is the biodiversity and the healthy society. So biodiversity defines the variety of all living things and their interaction of changes over time as extension occurs and new species evolve together and different species and forms of life such as animals and plants. See all the different kinds of life you find in one area work together in ecosystem to maintain support life.
The next is developing biodiversity.
Census recognized key biodiversity area which are home to globally important species such as plant, corals, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. In addition, Philippines is the country agricultural ecosystem.
So next is the impact of biodiversity loss.
Impact or the problem of biodiversity loss to the all species that possible to die or all living things or even the destruction of their habitats or the environment or the decline of disappearance of biological diversity.
Next is the pressures to biodiversity.
So it is the biodiversity loss that changing use of sea and land, direct exploitation of organisms, climate change, pollution, and invasive non-native species.
Next is the causes and effect of climate change and energy.
Causes and effect of climate change and energy. One of the causes of climate change is the generating electricity and heat by burning fossil fuels causes a large chunk of global emissions, while the effect is that increased electricity demand for cooling in the summer and decreased electricity, natural gas, heating oil, and wood demand nor heating in the winter that necessarily to meet increased energy demand, especially during heat waves.
Next is the environmental awareness.
So let's move on to my next topic, which is the environmental awareness. So when we say environmental awareness, it is an understanding of the environment or the impact of how human behaviors or eat or the importance of the environment and how we are aware the environment and how we protect it by maintaining environmental awareness.
Sustainable development.
It defines that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs using the available resources and working towards maintaining the ecological resources or the balance to prevent degradation and also in how we are protecting the environment.
Next is the environmental degradation.
Next is the environmental degradation. So, degradation is the deterioration of the environment through depletion of resources such as air, water, and soil, which destroy of ecosystem and the extinction of wildlife that causes of destruction of the habitat of all living things and to the environment.
Last is the causes and effect of environmental degradation.
And last is the causes of environmental degradation and the effect. So, in causes of environmental degradation is one of the major factor of environmental degradation is the human. So, environmental degradation is an ever-present issue that affects us all. It is caused by a variety of factors ranging from human activities to nature disasters and its effect and how or can be devastating. One of these examples is the population. So population, because of overpopulation, the more there's an infrastructure and build. Another is the transportation. So because of overpopulated, the more widenings of road will improve the cost. Environmental degradation, because it also affects the destruction of habitat in all living things in the environment. Next is the effect. Many of this effect can cause further degradation, which means that this impact works as a downward cycle. And because of environmental degradation, it gives effects to the environment such as habitat destruction and even the destruction of ecosystem.